Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another glorious day in the dungeon. And you can see we're continuing Ninja Gaiden Black since, well, they recently had Itagaki's memorial service. They had the Tekken director deliver the eulogy. It was wonderful. Anyway, Phil says, dive on in. That's what we're about to do. Ninja sword first. Morning. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome to both of you. Good to have you. Now, where did we leave off, and why did my controller just stop working? Are we going to start with technical problems? I thought we fixed this. Okay, maybe I need to reorder controllers. Okay, that's pretty cool. Why? Okay, maybe I need to reconnect. Winter says, but Mars, that little guy hasn't done anything yet. Look at him. He's gonna do something and you know it's gonna be good. Why is this happening? Alright, that's neat. Morning. Good morning, Alex. Welcome. Good to have you. Sorry you're coming in on an immediate tech fault. Let's see. What else can I do here? We've disconnected, we've reconnected, we've reordered. I think I just need to restart the old 4090. Be right back in a second, folks. Sorry about this rocky start. Huh, what a way to go, right? Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna get this fixed. There we go, we're back. Our controller works in the menu again. God, you know, when you introduce another piece to the puzzle, it always gets a little bit more complicated. Keep things simple, folks. That's how you keep it good. Anyway, load game. We've had more than enough preamble and too much break. Winter says Dan didn't pay his bear tax. You're right, I didn't pay the bear tax. I pay the homer tax. That's the homeowner tax, Dad. What's amazing is I tested all of this this morning, like before I even hit the go live button. So of course it would fall apart in some random way I've never experienced once I go live. Of course it is. Alex says, this is inconceivable. Like, isn't it though? It's statistically hilarious. Actually, maybe it's not. Maybe that just had to happen because I felt so thoroughly prepared, you know? I'm pretty sure it's here we need to go through. Shouldn't there be a bunch of guys trying to shoot my face off here? Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. Also, welcome, Alex. Good to have you. Right, I gotta start running from there. I mean, oh no, I could never find it because there's no yellow paint everywhere yet. Well, at least our game is off to a better start than our tech. What do you mean that missed? I gotta stop drawing attention to being ready about stuff, because clearly the game is like, you know what? No, I'm not having an ounce of your crap. You just keep flapping your lips, I'm gonna keep proving you wrong. Phil says, that's how it always plays out. Whenever I'd have a VR night, something wouldn't work, despite testing it beforehand. Yep, 100%. You could go over every single thing and have it totally ready. And then it's just like, alright, now it's time to play. Womp, 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 womp. Right, I don't need to close that. I'm actually pretty sure I didn't need to go in that door I just went in, and I'm actually just on a, we'll say, an essence gathering tour. If this were original black, that would still be a door. Yeah, I think the only way out of this is to just straight go backwards. Because I went the wrong way way too far. And now that that tank's blocking the door, the only other way that'll take me is back to the monastery, and we super don't want to go back there. Even though Alma's not waiting for us there anymore. Oh, but don't worry, she'll be back. Later in the game. Where she'll have her true form of bullshit ready. Okay, not this hallway. But still be ready for constantly respawning guys. Because this is Ninja Gaiden. There you go. Good killingsmanship. Maybe it's further up? No, Rachel came through there. This feels too far back. I know exactly the place I need to be. Well, you know what? I suppose I could check my map. Something I keep forgetting is actually a thing. Oh, yeah, I think it's actually on the other side of that door. pretty sure. Let's... Yep, military gate. That's exactly where. I guess my muscle memory was just taking me there eventually. You know what? I better use... I gotta start using these shortcuts. There we go. Phil says, look at all this brown and gray. You can tell this is a game of the mid-2000s. Yup, it's true. It's very true. It was somehow a colorful release of its time, too. Particularly once we get past this military bit. Alright, one down. Hey, come on now, auto-target. Take that, you son of a bitch. I was gonna say, where's the rocket launcher, Dick? Oh, right! I need to not be using a shuriken. We can't throw those that far. Is that not? Okay, that's obviously not the button. That's the button. Whoa! That was actually pretty sweet. It's like, bitch, I just shot a missile out of the air. Oh, yeah! That is some ninja shit right there. Now, we don't get anything from that, do we? No. No, just this. Time to leave Tyron for now. Oh, good. Good. That'll be a little bit more useful against those armor... Oh, yes, another added fight. I nearly forgot. You again. Except now we're not on a fucking Zeppelin. Okay, we need to change. I want my... Windmill Shuriken back. We're going to stay on the Dragon Sword. We're going to take this minute to heal normally. Oh, damn it! You are a little bit faster on the draw than your first round. Phil says, biggest boy. He is. Well, for now. Big boy. Biggest boy. Character is actually Chris Griffin confirmed. Damn it. Right. The helicopter is also helping him out. You just go back down, big boy. Winter says, it's like if Vulcan Raven, if Rob Liefeld designed him. Actually, there's not enough pouches for that. Give him a couple of bandoliers of pouches and then we'll be good. But otherwise, yeah, totally. shit, forgot to recharge my ninpo. What am I now, ninja dog? Oh, lesser ninja. Ooh. No, we're not going to suplex a train. We are going to fight a tank with a sword, though. Because that's always a good idea. It is when you're Ryu fucking Hayabusa! Needs more zazz, Winter says. That too. Can't be an early 90s creation without zazz. Or a Rob Liefeld one. Rather. Speaking of early 90s Zaz, and an actual early 90s Ninja Gaiden, I was delighted to see that NSO service added Ninja Gaiden 2. Very nice. Very nice. By that I mean the Ninja Gaiden 2 on the NES, not Ninja Gaiden 2 Black or Sigma or the... Not this generation Ninja Gaiden 2. The one from the actual 90s. Honestly, the update they put out this month was really, really strong. The only one I thought was a genuine dud was Bionic Commando on Game Boy. Every other game signed me the fuck up. Ryu, there you go. There you go. Perhaps I am a minority, but I really enjoyed Kid Icarus 2 on the Game Boy. I first encountered that on the Virtual Console for the 3DS. Got it on a whim because the 3D remake of Kid Icarus 1 ended up being a bunch of fun. So I had to check out the second game. And it surprised me how much I enjoyed it. God damn it. These guys just using rocket launchers at close range, they don't give a fuck. How dare you cancel my ultimate? Listen, Mr. I have a bayonet and I don't like you charging attacks. Now what, you bitch? You just protracted it. This could have been so much simpler, but no. No. Explosive arrows. I should have been using that. Seems I will have to if I intend to stay on the bow, which for right now I don't. That's not equip. It feels like I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. I think that's everything we can get from out here. Deeper into the yard we go. Carnivorous Giraffe says, got any room for more Zaz? Always, Carnivorous. Also, welcome. Great to have you. No more of this. Alright, fine. That means I get a free Ninpo strike against something. Excellent. How many of those am I carrying, actually? Supplies. Jewel of the... Oh, wait, no. We're saving that for a lightning attack. Right. For... Oh, we can get another life up. So we only needed to use 3. Best line from Pickles and Metalocalypse. Oh, that's right. God, it's been so long since I've watched Metalocalypse. I should fix that, is what I should do. Brutal. Such a good show. Okay, you need a key. I saw this one great meme mashup where it had that bit from Futurama where Farnsworth puts down his latest invention. He's just like, "Behold, the death clock!" And it's just death clock on stage. And it plays a bit of their song. I could never find that meme again, though, no matter how hard I've tried. Fucking robots! Oh, hey, at least they only take one hit. In professional mode, or hard, whatever the fuck they call it in this game, they take two. And with things that can knock you around so easily, it's kind of a pain. But what is Ninja Gaiden without player suffering? It's not Ninja Gaiden. You will get good and suffer for your crimes! I'd have it no other way. How many of you fucking things are there? Whoa. They probably want me to use the bow and arrow like some kind of chump. No, sir. I ain't doing that standing still stuff. I wonder if they infinitely respawn. That just occurred to me now that might be a possibility. Hope it isn't. Son of a bitch. Phil says, you know, Zaz, Zork, Kapauza, and whatever it means, or whatever it is, it means Missoula's in the bank. Ah! I like how those life power-ups don't bring themselves in. Is that the last of them? That'd be nice. That would be nice. Oh, stupendous. Alright, then I can confidently use this great spirit elixir, because we're just going to get another one here. That is not the open button. I think that's more explosive arrows. Oh, yes. No, that's even better. Those abamidimitive cores are real good against armor. Or tanks. Hint, hint. Don't need my karma displayed. Was there not a golden scarab up here? I guess not. I guess not. That wasn't one I saw down here, was it? No, that was just some light or some shit. Zork? What's Zork? I didn't say Zork. I refuse to believe that's not some kind of sideways reference to Zork or Return to Zork. I can easily see that being a Lisa thing. That's another game it's been a long while since I've even thought of. I think the last time I actually played Zork was when it was still sold. On shelves, anyway. I never ever bothered to check if such a thing exists on Steam. I'm not sure. It's text-based adventure. son of a bitch. I bet everyone at Lisa's Mensa Society plays Zork. At the very least, Comic Book Guy does. Of this, I would be positive. Now, the funny part about that jump I just did is... pick up the damn thing. There you go. There's a specific attack with the Dragon Sword that you see gives you an extra foot or so of clearance. So the weapon is actually helpful when clearing gaps. If I were using my dual swords, he wouldn't swing the same way or carry forward at all. And then, there's just bullshit like that. Get the flask? You can't get the flask. Nope. Not even this one. 'Cause I ninpo is full. I hate it when my Punisher prices and when my Punisher pierces and hits Ashley's strand of hair. Oh yeah, because, you know, when you hit a girl in the hair, that's the surest way to kill her. Didn't you know? Are you serious? Some of the platforming is a little inelegant. But that is representative of the classic NES Ninja Gaiden games. Okay, Ryu, don't friggin' moonwalk across the nothing. Seriously. Wow. Phil says, YouTube is eating my comments again, but I did mention the Zork anthology is indeed on Steam. Oh, good. Good, good. That makes my old heart very happy. Why did I do that? I know I can't carry another one. I'm sure something will ambush me and cause me to use it. I used to know somebody back in the day who had, like, a boxed copy of Zork. Honestly, it was just impressive. I think they said they, like, ordered it from, like, a magazine or something. Which made sense, because I don't think I've, like, ever seen it, like, first-hand on a store shelf. Even though that was, like, the only way you could get it back then. Hey, no, I wanted to check those cabinets, you doofus. Wait, no, I do remember seeing Return to Zork on a shelf once at a Radio Shack. Oh no, the Interact is the door. We have everything we need. But yeah, the original Zork, I've never seen that firsthand on a shelf. Guess I should have used more spiritual elixirs during that last boss fight. Because now it's fucking tank time! Oh, wait, no. We gotta go to another corridor or so first. Just not having it. At all. Alright, fine. You know what? We're gonna get you some Vigorian sword chucks. See how you like that, Mr. Military. I don't think they like them very much at all. I'm trying to think of other games that I've seen on shelf like once and then never again. Dragon Lore, an old point and click. That comes immediately to mind. I remember we got that from a local PC shop. And that was the only copy of the game I've ever physically seen, was the one that we had and owned. And for the longest time, it felt like me and possibly Winters might be the only other one who remembered the game. But recently, friggin' good old games, GOG.com, coming out with, hey, guess what we got? Fucking Dragon Lore. Of course I got it. Alright. Hey, what if... Can I still go back in that door that I came in? So I could get that spiritual life? No? That door's shut forever? Dang. Oh well. Let's see, what do we got? Max 5. Let's just use one. And we'll rebuy whatever we don't need. Or don't have, rather. Oh, what do we get? Oh, the Dabilaro! Yes. Perfect. Alright, first let's get our shopping done. We're now maxed. Fully maxed, and now we're nearly broke. Nope. One more level up for the Dabilaro. Yes. A YouTuber, LGR, has an impressive collection of what might be every big box PC game released. Oh my god! Zork might be in there. Oh, hold on. I see more technical problems. Oh, why is the chat busted? Oh, well, at least I caught it now instead of like 20 minutes later like that happened that one time. Let's see. Can we... No, don't want to do that. Do I just pop that back out? Oh, no. We seem reconnected. Good, good. Okay, so we're going to close that. Close that. You reinitialize just to be certain. Okay. Okay. Finally good to go. At least we didn't need to take like a quick reset break like we did at the start because my controller and then the audio wasn't playing and it's just been a non-stop clown circus of technology. But man, every big box PC game released, that would be heaven for me. I have so many fond memories of big boxes and some that I would love to just get my hands on again, like TIE Fighter. Oh my god. The box for TIE Fighter looked so fucking cool. And it came with so many cool manuals and just LucasArts stuff. TIE Fighter actually came with my first sample of Sam and Max. One of the comics was in one of the various things that came with the game. Phil says, I looked up Dragon Lore. The CGI cutscenes are something else. Aren't they, though? At the time, it was like, man, dude, but oh boy, those have aged downright charmingly, we'll say. Okay, we're not gonna windmill shuriken this guy. This is a guy we just have to buckle in and use some cores. Ow! Tanks aren't supposed to do that. Carnivorous says, ever see Zat, the old B horror movie? They shot it intending to put a matte cover on the camera, but didn't, so you can see the actor's tennis shoes when he's in costume. That's hilarious, but no, I haven't seen that before. Sounds like some fun. Ow. Alright, one down. And here comes another one, just for good measure. Carnivore says, I like this fight because it answers the age-old question of ninja versus tank. That's the question at the back of everyone's mind. Technique over technology? Who will survive? Oh. Oh. There you go. Alex says, I'm thinking I'm gonna stop using the Punisher in my professional run. It sounds like you're the one getting punished by it. But that's probably a good call, at least until Ashley's out of sight. But definitely once she's gone, punish away. You'll probably want that punishing power against large groups of Gyarados. Oh, fuck off. I want to go back to the shop. I need stuff. I use so many. Phil says, on professional, I'd stick to the Red 9. Not that the other guns are bad, but the Red 9 is just too good. It's hard to disagree with. I'm a big Red 9 fan anyway, so anything that preaches its virtues, I'm all for. That cool little shortcut of using the D-pad to navigate your healing items was something that was added that was actually nice. I do appreciate still having the option to do it through the menu, though, because sometimes you need that break in the action to get your head back in the game, figure out where the fuck you are, reposition, all that good stuff. You're a total replenishment block. Can't believe I just used those up. Wait, no. That was so I could carry it. I should have used more Ninpo. Should have used more of my abilities. But no! I wanted to be cool. Maybe I'll be able to come back down to that after I fight this boss. Oof! I guess in the question of rocket launcher versus nunchucks, nunchucks wins. Must be in skilled hands. Let's ask, wait, I can heal without looking in the inventory? In Ninja Gaiden, yes. But not in Resident Evil, as far as I know. Or RE4, anyway. Ooh! Oh, what?! Alright, you got me just before I finally used it, so... I guess good for you. No, Ryu, don't just stand in the way of the missiles. That was a good angle, Ryu. Oh shit, out of arrows. Thank you, Crate. Slightly better than just having a couple Boromirs laying around. Are you serious? How many of those talismans do I have left? Yeah, where's... There we go. We're gonna reload, because I'm not allowing 2 Talisman of Rebirth to be used on a fucking helicopter. Alex says, to be honest, I hate the Red 9 and the Blacktail because the size recoil and the bloom, even though they are busted. Fair enough. Fair enough. They're my favorite guns, but you know, there's so many sweet guns in RE4, everyone's got their favorite. Oh, says Cowabunga. Exactly. Gotta get them nunchaku out. That's why Mikey always wins. No matter the Dimension X threat. And since he's the last Ronin, maybe nunchucks are really just better than everything. Slap the stock on it, Alex. Well, there you go. There you go. Phil's right. Carnivorous says, this is seriously some 90s music. I wouldn't have it any other way. You're right, though. Come on, shoot your missile so I can dodge. What? That's not dodging, Ryu Hayabusa. Okay, that was just bullshit. Way to let the arrow go wide there, Ninja Master. Seriously? Really? How are they so fast on the draw? Oh shit, out of arrows. That's explosives. I want the... Fuck off! Come on, helicopter. Bullshit. 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 Oh my god. Yeah, now what, helicopter? Go down. Be dead down there. Eat shit. Good, good. I'm glad to get nothing for that. You know what I can do? I can at least go down and use that recovery stone. Pity that chopper doesn't drop anything terribly useful for me. I'd even take some essence. No, that thing was here, wasn't it? Yes. Yeah, Team Ninja! Almost a shame I didn't try it. Well, I don't think I would have been able to use very much effective Ninpo against the chopper. I don't think the fireball actually would hit him. It would just go wide the whole time. And it's not like the fire wheels are going to protect me from bullets. It's like, what's that word? Those metal things that fly at you at high velocities. Carnivorous says, helicopter blades are notoriously robust. Oh, yes. That's how they survive every single part of a helicopter crash. Just realized I forgot a word at the end of that sentence. Planetarium. Wait, no, we did remember to get the arrows. Because we're going to need them. Oh, hello, Muramasa. Fucking stock me back up. So broke. No problem. There's lots of high-level demons for a person who wants to look for them. Phil says, that metal dealy to dig food. Exactly. You mean a spoon? Yeah, yeah. Listen, you son of a bitch. There! That's the power of nunchucks. But now, there's the power of remembering that there's people fucking shooting at you, or they're going to be. damn it! That was pretty sweet. That was sweet and then not. Damn it! Come on. We just have one more bit to go. Perfect. That should do it. There we go. Carnivore says, the helicopter blades protect the pilots during a crash like a warm blanket. Yes, that's exactly what metal is in a crash. Warm. So they are kept warm for the rest of their lives. What a gift. Pick up the thing, Ryu.
The military's communications are down, and their organization is in shambles. Now is the time to escape the base. Resistance, the train turntable is low, and it is a perfect time to steal a train. The rail runs through the Doku district.
Doesn't matter where it runs. I'm gonna fucking crash it, because I'm Ninja Gaiden, goddammit. Okay, go away, pop-up. There you go. Nope. I want my windmill shuriken back for this. Be gone, foul, cretinous robot. And your laser knockoffery. Helicopters. Apparently, they're the ninja's next most natural enemy. Okay, well, you know what? I can't fault these guys' methods. Rocket launchers in close range, just like, I don't care what the priorities are. The priorities are kill. You were the ninja. Yes. And now for some reason, they stop spawning. So I have to go back in to fight them again. Why aren't they respawning? I know I've got to fight them twice. Must be something I've missed. Maybe now. Or let me guess. I have to get to a lock. And then I have to come back up there because then the key will materialize. That actually sounds correct. This is highly unfavorable positioning. There! Holy cripes! That was such a to-do. We're just piling those up. Oh, wait a minute. Don't we have a Life of the Gods? Did I see that correctly? I did. Life of the Thousand Gods. Wait, I'm carrying 2 of those? What am I sitting on 2 life bar upgrades for? Hell yes! The door is locked. There we go. And now we go all the way back up, where they will now have respawned, but this time they'll drop a key. Yep. And there's the key. Essence feels like such a starved thing now because those guys are bitches. Always hitting back my ultimate combos. So, you know, my essence bonus for killing them isn't as high. Alex asked, wait, Phil, does the Punisher hit big enemies twice, like El Gigante and El Gigante? He's the only big enemy? I don't actually know. It might hit them very hard. Maybe there's a boost in the remake. I'm not sure. One day, I'll get around to finishing that game. Timid to the Limit says, hello, sending you positive vibes from the swing in my basement, dude. All right, cool. Love it. Thanks. Welcome. Good to have you. Oh, did I break it? Oh, no, it was just loading a cutscene. This train actually reminds me a lot of the way the Phantom train looks in Final Fantasy VI. Maybe I just really want to see Ryu suplex a train the way Sabin does. I'm a train conductor! Winter says Sabin needs a cameo here. He does! He does, and I need to get in a train suplexing contest. So Ryu wasn't the conductor. This dude. He's just like, I'm gonna full tilt through everything. He drove good. He drove good. Ryu was the only one with a plan. I somehow forgot that was the end of that level. Yeah, that's a bit better. That full Ninpo gauge at the end means a lot to your score. Lots of lives of the gods. Won't complain about that, that's for damn sure. And now we're back here. Ah, yes. It's sewer time. Isn't it? Isn't it? Why am I remembering that? Oh, because it is. I just had to step on the correct story activation tile. Okay, nope. I actually want the... Do I want the dragon sword for them? Maybe I don't. Maybe I stick with these. Of course, now might be a great place to,
Your path lies this way.
Yeah, no shit, Ayane. I knew that before you. Carnivorous asks, is the swing in your basement purely for sexual purposes? Hey, that's a half-truth. Homer Simpson sleeps in a tent he believes gives him sexual powers. Phil says, Civvy groan SFX. That's right, it's sewer time. So somewhere Civvy is just rolling with displeasure. Oh. Ah, the aqueduct. Lots of nonsense here. Lots of nonsense here. Yes, give me that essence. Ooh. Why did you have to hook on to just the one, Ryu? Should have killed two. Oh, you got two. Good. Good, good. Holy jeez. God, I love the combat of this game so much. Now, we need to open a bunch of stuff. Of course we do. It's a sewer. One moment. Sorry about that. Just have to make one more quick adjustment. There we go. No, you don't. Alright, how'd that do for our essence? Only 4,000. Not great. Could be better. Though thanks to infinitely respawning enemies, we could stick around and grind in an area for a bit. But that usually takes care of itself while I explore. Carnivore says, I went on a rabbit hole this week of trying to find a good game that focuses on base building. And I find myself playing Conan Exiles. So far, it's a confusing disaster of a UI. You know, I gotta say, I wouldn't have expected a Conan game to be the answer for focusing on base building. That's neat. Apart from the disastrous UI, is the game underneath still doing its job? Scratching the itch? Insect key. Right, we need to go even deeper. I was under the impression that Exiles was a more action-oriented game. Of course, you're not going to get anywhere near me, are you? Not while I've got this charge? Fine. I'll just eliminate you normally. And through the power of sword chucks. I should have kept that. Good, good, good. Gotta love treasure and save point. I feel spoiled. What is your game, ninja? I don't believe this leads to the insect key, but it does lead to something I need. That's a lot of dudes, and this is a very tightly packed area. No more? For real? I thought there was going to be way more. Why am I thinking that? I must be thinking of another spot in here, because I know there's a few places that close you in with, like, way more monsters than you'd think. But that means a ton of essence. Hell yes. You're not the insect key. You're a place to put things in. Perhaps there is more to be done elsewhere first, before that room behaves like I remember it. I'm pretty sure you're a way down to one of those aforementioned pits filled with lots of little dudes. In that case, actually, I think I'm going to want the dragon sword, because that has a slightly bigger swing distance, so I'll be able to pull in more to my potential combo. So many bugs. Keep it coming. I like the essence I'm getting. I can't say I much care for that. Oh, held on to it too long. Shit. Get off! Get off! Ninjas don't like bugs! They're possibly worse than birds! Well, that's why we saved before we went down there, because I saw this coming. Phil Giraffe, have you heard of Enshrouded? It's got some robust, fine detailed base building. I would trust this dude's opinion. I do not wish to abandon the way of the ninja. But I do wish to continue. Carnivorous says, I think it'll be good. It's a super steep learning curve, no hand-holding. The combat is pretty generic so far, but I'm early. Open world sandbox, no specific goal. So you're just kind of like planted in the world of Conan. That's pretty sweet. Alex says, Gyarados are much different on professional. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Alex says, I miss hardcore. Yeah, you do now. You do now. Enshrouded releases on PS5 in 2026. I will check it out then. Well, there you go. Everybody wins. Phil says, didn't even know what his console status was, but it makes sense. It's still early access. I'm still partial to Grounded myself when it comes to survival, crafty, base-buildy games. Fair enough. Can't say I'm too familiar with the genre. I think the only real experience I'm having with base building recently is in between sessions of Ball Pit. That part of the game. Which took me a bit longer than I'd like to admit before I figured out how to even use. But, you know, by then I'd accrued so many resources it just went on wild spending sprees. Oh no! Get off! Come on, spawn, you fuckers. Aw, yeah! Alright, now that's a killer essence haul. That was the wrong direction to lunge, Ryu. What? What do you mean? Carnivore says, yeah, Conan pulls you down from a crucifix and then the game starts. Perfect. Sounds like an excellent start to a Conan game. I thought there'd be more. I really thought there would be more. Wait. There must be more. There must be more. Because there's still a box there to expose a treasure. And I believe that's the bonus encounter. So what we're going to do is go down again. Alex says, it doesn't help that my big brain move was to abuse the Punisher, thinking it could hit their back, even if I'm doing chest shots. I mean, when you think you gotta lead in, you take advantage of it. I mean, who doesn't? Oh, go on. Yep, I'm pretty sure this is the big bug encounter that I was thinking of. So there's going to be lots. That was not the direction you should have gone. Ooh, yeah, I suppose I'll take that life. And then we waste it immediately, in true Ninja Gaiden fashion. Ugh, only 2? That was a waste of a life. Essence. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, shit! Only two? Come on! Surely more you could have tried to attack me while I was in that animation. Just not allowing death to happen. If I can at all help it. I don't even remember what the prize is. Might have been another Jewel of the Demon Seal? I waited too long. Get off! There we go. You know, I was still expecting more. You know, it's probably me having more memories of my file that I lost by accident. But hey, Talisman of Rebirth. That was useful. Useful. We're just making shit up now. Useful. Kind of a shame we're flat out of healing items now. Hello, Mr. Rat. Once again, showing me the ways to... Oh, hello, Muramasa. Okay, first. Oh, 39,000. Perfect. Let's go shopping. And we're gonna max out the Dabilaro. And what else can we do? We're already carrying 2. Let's save the rest of the money for potentially buying more healing items after screwing up some more. Can we break that? Or did we come in from there from another place? I think it's something that... Yeah, wait. Or can we? Let's get the Dabilaro and find out. Nope. No breaking this stuff. Mr. Rat showing me some secrets. We'll thank him for it. There's the insect key. And here I thought it was going to be, like, guarded by some shit. No. Insect key is up here. And up... Nope. Wrong way. This way. This key is now useless. Discard. They tend not to operate too well without their head. Megatron would be disappointed. A warrior doesn't need a head, just a good, strong body. Alex says, didn't know Master Splinter was chill like that. Oh, he's the lord of seasonal chill in the sewers. I mean, consider he's got to raise 4 teenagers. That's going to make anyone find their Zen thing. Right. Oh, but we can get in this water. No, don't punch the water. Dive. Now, we can't open that yet. At least not until it's drained. Get you on the way by, I guess. And I guess that means it's time to fight a boss. You little shit. Only got one? Come on. Is that the way you want it? All right. Oh, I see. All right. We need something a little faster than you, I think. I command thee, get out of the air. Nope. There. Now it's boss time. Alex says, I wonder if a person made an experiment where they made a Gen Z play these old games to see their reaction and development. I'm pretty sure there's got to be like a whole channel devoted to that. I mean, I know I seen one where they put Gen Z against Contra and it went about as well as you'd expect. Oh, hey, you weren't supposed to get... Wow, that's a lot of life. That was not what we want. I think... maybe this was the thing I wanted Dabilaro for. Now that's what I'm talking about. Phil says, hey look, Gravedigger's back. Also, yeah, there are a couple of channels like that. That's what I figured. It just seems like such a right thing. Are you seriously going to make that other talisman engage? You know what? I'm going to let you go to the previous save. Return to title screen. There we go. Because again, that is too small a boss to waste 2 talismans on. Gravedigger's hungry. I mean, Gravedigger had quite a bit of Jill sandwiches last time we played Resident Evil. I do remember I saw recently there was a video I got sent where, I forget what it was called. Something like, you know, modern shooter nerd tries Doom for the very first time, and I mean like the 93 original. And the first thing they're just like, you can't look up and down? Is that what it was like for you, unks? Like, what is unk? And then I learned a new word. Winter says, can you lather his wormy ass with explosive arrows as well? Possibly. I don't remember if that stuns him in any meaningful way, though. Because the risk there is going into first person to aim. Unless it just lets me hip shot. That's a good thing to try, Winters. Let's do that. Let's try that. Explosive arrows. It's not like we're going to use them on anything else. Carnivorous says, Grounded looks so dope. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibes. Unfortunately, Conan is free, so I will stick with that until something comes along. That is a completely understandable sentiment. Like, you got a friend who's trying to get me to pick up Sonic Cross-World Racing. And honestly, it looks like a lot of fun that I would love to get it. But even on its current sale price, bit too steep for poutine bucks. And then there's Ninja Gaiden 4, which I haven't actually played. I want to, just so I know if it's good or not. But launch price is a real big ask. These days, anyway. This is going just a tiny bit better. Honestly, gaming cost is so brutal now, like... more grateful than ever for indies. I think, honestly, like, my whole gaming year this year has been indies and id Software. And honestly, it's been great. There you go, take that. Not a single talisman used. Not a single healing item used, actually. So, yeah, much, much better. That was what we needed, the item. And that was what I was saving all of my Jewel of the Demon Seals for, the Inazuna. Phil says, Grounded is 50% off right now on Steam. It sounds like you're shopping for PS5. That sounds like it is. Everybody's got their own economy to be a part of. All the more unrelated, but my god, crossplay is so important. More companies need to do it. Carnivorous says, yeah, I might be done buying now. It doesn't make sense what they're asking for new games. It's laughable in some cases. Yeah, I agree. And I'm just not going to pay that. I felt fine paying it for Doom because I know I'm going to get my value out of it. I've already got hundreds of hours into the Dark Ages, so... and I'm never going to stop playing it, really. So yeah, I got bang for buck out of that. Many things about the new Ninja Gaiden, though, I'd like to know a little bit more about. Like, why... Why are we playing as someone else? That's what side games are for. Like Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which was awesome. I'm sure once I finally get the game in my hands and start actually trying to play it, I'll probably have fun. But I'm not going to be able to help standing there the whole time going, "Where's Ryu? Where's Ryu?" Nice. Oh, hey, Twitch Pornbot. There's always one of you. Carnivore says, yeah, it's sitting at 40 bucks on the PlayStation Store. Not bad, but, you know, it could be better. Phil says, indies and deep sales. Saw the Dark Ages is already half off. Not enough. Not for a Steam user. Not for a Steam user. The sound of water can be heard from the other side. Immense pressure keeps the door from being opened. If the water could be drained somehow. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Carnivore says, whenever Ryu isn't on screen, all the other characters should be asking, where's Ryu? Exactly. Exactly. Right. The red one was up this way. So it's smart jumping down here like I just did. Well, I suppose we could do a little heal. Get to Muramasa. Top right back up. It just says, I have to go now. My planet needs me. Note, Poochie died on the way back to his home planet. It's funny, because even after that affidavit, you know, eventually Poochie does show up, if only for gags. I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Ryu died on his way back to his home planet. That's what every demon wishes. Unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case. Now, you go here, right? Flush. All right. Nice. What? What do you mean that whiffed? Phil says poop water. It looks cleaner than that, mostly, but yeah, it definitely is poop water. 100%. Carnivore says, I mean, if they kill Ryu, are they still going to have to deal with his spirit, which I only assume will get stronger on death? Well, see, that's the funniest part. Doku already killed Ryu at the start of the game, but, you know, some magic ninja bird something spirit of the ninja or something, you know, he's not dead. He's like Doom Guy. He's too angry to die. Can't happen. Won't happen. He just keeps coming back more pissed off than ever. But nobody learns. Nobody learns. Right. There's this part, which I'm pretty sure is the next puzzle. What are you holding for me, buddy? Taro's diary? Don't care about that. What am I missing from that? I mean, obviously the other spirit. I cannot remember where such a thing is located. Wait a minute. Now that the water's free, can I open this door? I can. There's the other spirit. Literally the thing I was asking about. Seconds after asking about it. And then that spirit will take us to the other thing that we need to get the water in the other place. That's not the way. Actually, no. That's a save point. This is the way. One does not pass up the opportunity to save. And I just remembered, I totally meant to try explosive arrows on that worm, and then I just didn't. Ended up just whomping his ass with the Dabilaro. Fuck you! You bats think you're clever? Outsmart this! Get closer. Get closer. Just the bodies falling afterward is like the best part. It's like Duck Hunt. Except there's no dog. Ryu is somehow both the gun and the dog. What a waste using a UT on a bat, but whatever. The life was full. Oh, hey. More scarabs. Yes. Shoot Muramasa in the face. That's what we want. Suppose we're all stocked up. And at like 24 grand. Not bad. Back to the windmill so we don't keep shooting statues. Wait. Ah, two he is. Well, now might be a good time to try those explosive arrows and get back our Dabilaro. Okay, it does damage, but not nearly enough for my liking. Yeah, I think the Dabilaro is going to be the way to go, not the explosive arrows. Winter says they're not John Rambo's arrows is why. You know what? You're right. You're right. Only John Rambo's arrows could be so powerful. Such things are not doled out to ninjas. Only John Rambo. Down you go. And down you go. Clink. Didn't even bend a fender. Gotta keep those scarabs coming. Phil says, only John Rambo and Weird Al in UHF. Oh, yeah, you know, yes. And honestly, haven't we all wanted to start a meeting that way, just kicking in double doors? Oh! And just start blowing shit up. You get to drink from the fire hose! God, it's such a good movie. That's one of those movies that doesn't matter how many times I see it, I always want to watch it again. It's just so goddamn funny. And they introduced us to one of the most, like, it should not work, but God, it's delicious, in the Twinkie hot dog. Oh, no, you don't, Mr. Demon. Okay. Nothing up this way. Oh, no, there we go. Gotta look a little higher. That's it. Carnivorous says, me and my kid watch UHF all the time. It's so funny. Stupid! You're so stupid! Supplies! Spatula City! Spatula City! God, I could go all day. Windmill shuriken. Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System? No lie, I'd watch that. I'd watch the whole thing. All seasons. Binge it. Conan the Librarian. What are you holding? Not interested in diaries. Oh, these gross things. There's the item we need. Where did you get that beautiful spatula? Spatula City! That was incredibly rude, you dicks. Two better than none. Still, could get some better essence harvest out of them, that's for sure. Kinda could just use the life, though. Door's locked. Oh, come on! That's fine. I'm pretty sure I remember a different passageway that we did not go up because I wanted what was up here first. Shut up, you little weasel! Phil says. This town means about as much to me as a festering pile of dog snot. Or the... Oh, what's the name of the host that keeps trying to teach their animals to fly? Out their apartment window. There's just a fucking pile of them. We all want to go to Uncle Nutsy's Funhouse. Nutsy, YouTube. Nutsy. As in crazy. You little weasels. That was some bullshit. Teleporting out of the way? You little son of a bitch. Fuck off! You should have been incumbent in that too there, buddy. I'll take it. I will absolutely take all the healing items you want to give me. We can actually just break that in with a big sword. Not enough to get a new reward. But good enough to see that we've got lots of good money. Essence, whatever you prefer to call it. It would behoove me to take them out because most of them drop lives. Or life power-ups. Carnivorous says, Rose Wild Kingdom. Today, we'll be teaching poodles to fly. Sometimes it takes them a couple of tries. That's the one, Rose Wild Kingdom. God. If you pause that scene, there's a pile of dead poodles under the window. I know. That was one of my favorite parts of that gag. How many of them there were. I'm gonna have to watch that movie again later. Oh no. Right, now we gotta put that other piece in. We gotta save first. We've got to save first. And wait, nope, not that direction. Nice. Ooh, I got a 3 for there? That's bonus. You think you're so smart. Well, guess what? Perfect. Carnivorous says, and they didn't hire Raoul. They didn't know who he was or where he came from. The town is just so insane. That's what somebody's doing at any given point. Teaching poodles to fly. Oh, you're doing a segment for the show. What show? Just imagine. He unlocked the mystery of Al Capone's glove compartment. Aha! Road maps! Absolutely timeless movie. Now I'm pretty sure. Well, first of all, we can get that scarab. I see you trying to think you can sneak up on me. Now you got no head. Not both of you? I thought there was 2 of you in that teleport pile. Whatever. Must have been a bird. All right. Nope. No, 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 no. That's not the way we want to go. I mean, it is, but first we want to save, because we're about to get ambushed by a bunch of those demons. And that's one of those places where you have to kill a bunch of them to unlock some kind of power-up. Oh, God, speaking of some kind of power-up, I made such a big stinking deal of it, and then I didn't bother switching around my Nimpo? God! Okay, Ice Storm Inazuma, or Inazuma, rather. And then, no, that's not the item button. That is the item button in Kingdoms of the Dump. That is not this game. Now, I had 2 Jewel of the Demon Seal, so I could max you out immediately. Excellent. Now we have room clearing Nimpo certified. Now we save. And now we progress. Don't worry, little mouse. I heard you. But I've already gotten your secret. Maybe this calls for a different weapon. What if those dual katanas, actually? Because that might give me a bit better a swing distance. Still only getting 1 on the way up. The bitches aren't grouping around me, he said as they grouped around him. They just don't do it when I got my attacks ready. Okay, you know what? These aren't doing so well. Maybe we just stick with the Dabilaro, because I was just knocking their heads off. Of course, now I gotta create an opening. Nice. That got at least a twofer. All right. Oh, I forget how many of these bitches there are. Stop juggling me! Nice. 3-fer, that's rare. Fuck! Carnivorous says, have you seen the movie Weird? The new Weird Al biopic with Harry Potter as Al? Fucking hilarious. I actually haven't seen that yet. I have heard of it, though. Good to know that it's funny. I don't think Al would have allowed a biopic about him to be not funny. Jesus! Stop targeting just one, Ryu. Consider aiming at the group. The group. Incredible. Alex asks, what's... Oh, it scrolled away for a second. What is your most hated Resident Evil mechanic in an enemy? For me, it has to be the grab or the small as fuck weapons. Well, there's ones that I hate simply to experience, but they're part of the game, like poison. There's a certain part in Resident Evil 2, if you get poisoned, you're basically fucked for like a third of the game. Can't say I care for that, but that's not poison's fault. That's enemy placement's fault. I did like what tension poison added in that you weren't allowed to see your life bar. You just had to survive. Guess. How many of you fucking things are there? God damn! Phil says, I don't think anyone cares for the poison mechanic. It's funny, I was just saying. Thus it disappeared completely. Did it? Was it not in at least 2-make? I don't remember what was in 3-make. I know that had that really unpleasant one that had like bugs crawling around on lungs for its icon, and that was one of the few things that I'm like, yeah, 3-make did this right. That feels really super gross. There! Holy Jesus! Okay. Most hated Resident Evil mechanic in an enemy. Huh. That's really tough. I'm gonna have to really think about that. Carnivorous says, yeah, it's the same style of humor as UHF. It's so specific to Weird Al. Guy's amazing. Well, good. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. Alex says, I feel like I'm in a Street Fighter game going against a gorilla that only knows how to bear hug me. That's quite a game. Phil says, playing RE1 Remake and getting ripped by the regular Snake by the pool arena and getting poisoned always pissed me off. Nipped by a regular Snake. Oh, yeah. That's always a thing. Crows. Yeah, the crows were okay. I'll give crows a pass. First time hearing about poison in a Resident Evil game. Well, I guess Phil's right, and it's been gone a lot longer than I thought. The poison mechanic was an RE3 make, and that's it? I don't know, Alex. Phil says, poison is not in 2-make or 3-make, and wasn't in OG4. It's been gone for a while. Oh, shit. Shit. Huh. Then, yeah. I guess that would be fairly definitive voting against poison, at least by the fans. But what do I hate? I am not too big on the plants in Resident Evil 2. Sometimes, I know it's not technically true, but sometimes it feels like, you know, some take more damage than the other. It feels almost random whether they're taking the correct amount of damage. And whether or not they're going to, you know, give you a gentle, you know, whip on the ass on the way by, that's always annoying. Always infuriating. Phil says, there's a part in RE3 Make where you get that infected status. Yeah, that one I was talking about where you got the bugs crawling around on your lungs as the affliction. But that goes away with a green herb. No blue herbs in that game. Shit. Well, I guess I'd regret paying attention, but it's RE3 Make, so I don't regret slighting that game. I'm kind of shocked I didn't notice that in RE2 Make, though, because it's like that big deal I made about getting poisoned in a part in Resident Evil 2. It seems like it's part of the experience. But, you know, some rough edges, it's okay if those get sanded. You know what I ought to do, now that I've earned that? Not fight them again, first of all. Second of all, save. I'm going out of my way to do this because I'm pretty sure there's another major encounter on the other side of that door. So we want to be ready. First of all. Oh, what do we get? Armlet of Celerity. I don't remember what that does. Let's find out. Equipment, accessories, armlet, celerity. Decreases the time needed for ultimate techniques. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? Let's turn that on. And then we take one more door to save. Yeah, I've been mulling over what I remember from OGRE4. You're absolutely right, Phil. I don't remember any point of that game where poison was ever a factor. Probably because it was gone. Huh. Fuck you guys! I'll take that. You kindly get the hell out of my way. Alex says, man, I hate all the games I grow on. I want to try mods with, but I realize this ain't a PC, and I can't jailbreak my PS4 yet. That yet is the big key. Someone's got to put a PC in your hands, or a Steam Deck. A Steam Deck would suit your needs. A good deal of them, anyway. But honestly, with the price of shit the way it is now, I mean, I recently found out what the cost of RAM has gone up to, and it's just, what? What? How could you do this to people? Fucking AI. Makes me so glad that, I mean, I still think I kind of overpaid for some of my parts, but that I built my PC when I did. I wouldn't want to be trying to build one now. The only part I really want to get for my PC now is just another SSD that I can load Linux onto, because fuck Windows. In my perfect world, it would just be SteamOS running my 4090. Phil says, Steam Deck maybe. PC prices have gotten insane. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. I recently read something to the effect of, something like, memory that's normally included, like, with GPU or processor is no longer being included with something. Either way, it's driving manufacturing costs absolutely berserk. Phil says, I was going to tell you, Dan, you're lucky you built when you did. RAM prices quadrupled in the past month. I knew it was like something crazy, like 2 or 3, but quadrupled. God, Jesus. That's painful. Definitely glad I'm not sorting that out now. God, it's funny because I was thinking, oh, maybe at some point in the near future I'll get myself a little bit of RAM just to shore myself up. Turns out, nope. Let's not do that. God, this running around, I'm not stopping soon enough. Alex says, sadly, this is the shittier part of AI. There's a lot of shitty parts of AI. This is definitely one that affects a lot of people, though. More importantly, it affects their leisure time, damn it! Don't take that away. What am I using Abaphidus cores? Just use the regular arrows, Dan. There's a Boromir nearby and everything. How is that not getting hit yet? Phil says, I'm just praying I don't need to replace any of my current parts anytime soon. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. Something shits itself now. I was like, well, I guess we're a Steam Deck only guy for now. And you know what? At least you would have that backup. Not nearly as capable as your beast, I know, but come on. That's better than no Steam access. What was that? That was too much. Great Spirit? Okay. Well, we can use a Great Spirit. Pick up a Great Spirit. Alex says, did I see a bow with bloom? Nope. That was, the bow was aiming at something that was shining. It was like bloom, though. I don't blame you for thinking that. Ah! Oh, come on, Ryu. I know you can do better than that. Okay, just stop your wall run then. That's fine. That's fine. Carnivore says, conspiracy rant. They're going to deem AI too dangerous for everyday use, and AI is going to become a tool for the ultra-wealthy, and we will never know what's real again. Well, that last part, never knowing what's real again, I think a lot of that's happening now. Like, the amount of people who just Oh my god. Who fall for like obvious AI stuff is just disheartening. And I mean, some of it's not even like looking for trained eye stuff. It's just like, first of all, no, that's just wrong. Second of all, the giant Soro watermark. Come on. Come on. Sorry, wherever I think of AI, that's where my head goes. Nope, I get it. I get it. It's a digital hellscape that we're slowly being consumed by. Phil says, I'll be curious to see how this affects the price of the Steam machine. That's like the thing I'm looking at long and hard right now, because honestly, I want one. People were worried it was going to be way too expensive to compete with consoles. But a pre-built Steam machine, even at $800-900, would still be a good deal if prices stay like this. I agree. I 100% agree with you, which is one reason I'm looking at it. The other reason is I would like to have a more capable backbone PC for my multicade, so I could run Tekken 7 a little bit smoother. Alex says, AI is awfully easy to use right now. Makes me feel like a dumb version of Tony Stark. Everyone's got their own Jarvis, except Jarvis is a lot smarter than the kind of tool that we have available to us. Phil says, you can't even watch animal videos on YouTube anymore with fake AI shit. It's true. It's so true. All of these things are true. It's so easy to use, and some of the stupidest shit is made, and then now it's just an ocean of shit. Finding real stuff that like actually exists, it's becoming a challenge. All right, here comes a new boss. Or the next boss, anyway. Would you... I don't think bows are going to be very useful against this dude. Phil says, can't you stream your arcade PC from your newer PC? Yes, but the streaming capability of the cabinet isn't as up to snuff for the newer games for some reason. I'm not sure why, because it's not doing any of the heavy lifting. Also, my experience with streaming to that cabinet have been inelegant, we'll say. So having the local source, as it were, has been a tremendous improvement. I don't want to go back to that. Oh, shit! Right now, my next best option is to go back to hooking up my Steam Deck. Don't stream to the cab. Stream to the PC connected to it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. But that's not a viable option either, because that PC simply does not stream. By that I mean, like, I've tried streaming emulators to it. I've tried streaming lots of stuff from my Steam Deck to it. And it's a no-go. The CPU is insufficient. At one time, it crashed both the Steam Deck and the desktop. And on top of that, that tower that's normally connected to the multicade is actually been moved, and it's where I run my stream from now. So at present, my multicade has no backing PC. Hence why my other I'm otherwise back to connecting my Steam Deck to it if I want to play Shredder's Revenge on a cabinet. The way it was intended, obviously. That's why Steam Machine. Because now there just isn't a PC connected to it. God damn! Wow. That Ninpo did absolutely shit. Oh, I see the problem. Carnivorous says, what the hell did this creature look like when it has flesh? The bones are confusing. I don't know if it ever had flesh. I think this is just one of those things from the evil jar. That just takes an unbelievable amount of life when it hits you. Listen, Mr. Weird Thing. Looks like a xenomorph crossed with a mole, Phil says. You know, that's actually a pretty good call. A xenomole. Now, focus on the head, Ryu. Good morning, Shadow and Friends Gaming. Welcome, good to have you. What? That should have been the last hit. There you go. Thank you, Dabilaro. That's right, you gotta do the finger thing. So I says, I hope you don't mind that I have your stream in the background while I work on video thumbnails. Of course I don't mind. Thank you for making me a part of your day regardless. I'm always happy to be the noise of somebody's background. I already forgot his name. Alright, he's the Vigor Emperor. Except he's not. He's somebody we saw at the start of the game who's going to betray us. He's already betrayed us. Shadow says, also, I just paid off my pre-order for Metroid Prime 4. Can't wait to play it next week. I'll be interested in hearing what you think. I myself, after seeing that new footage of Mackenzie, I kind of froze dead in the water of wanting to buy it at launch. I'm sure, or at least I hope, he's just a small part of the game, and if he is, I'll probably reconsider my position. But I need to see a lot of reviews, particularly if the other one that I read is true, and that basically the mechanic is you will be answering to a different person in every sector because you're rescuing them or something. I don't know. All of this is rumor and speculation, and I need to know actual game from actual player. Ryu, don't punch the water. Dive. Why is this a consistent problem with you? Pardon me. Now dive. There. Holy jeez. Right, you still have limited air in the first game. I don't know how I keep forgetting that detail. In the sequel, obviously you don't. But you do get a power-up in this game that eventually you don't need air. It's like some ninja breather or something. Just had to take care of those dicks. Because otherwise they're going to machine gun me while I try to navigate this stupid thing. Like Elton John sings, "Step into Christmas." That's a much better song than that Mariah Carey one that's cursed us. And soon to be, if it's not already, in everybody's mall. Hell yes. Wait, am I sure? Yes, Here I am not taking chances to buy elixirs when I could use them. Phil says, oof. Bob McKenzie stopped me from pre-ordering that game. Same, man. I'll be waiting on reviews, namely that jaded blue Muppet Arlo. He is a very useful screen, if nothing else. His last video was very enjoyable, as it was eye-opening. Nope. Oh, shit. I'm out of air already? Holy God, your life drains so quick. Alex says, how old even is that song? You know what? I don't know. It's probably younger than it ought to be, considering the generational curse it's placed on us. It's gotta be like sometime from the 90s. Is that the way out? Yes, because we came in this way. It's 51 years old. Oh, right. She covered it. Right. The song was released in 1974. That tracks. That tracks. I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't even consider that it was a cover song. I just know it's a highly cursed song. That is what I know for sure. We don't have that key yet. Phil says, it was Arlo, after all, whose review got me to play Elden Ring, which ended up being one of my all-time favorite in recent years. Yeah, I think that's just a tiny bit important. And very understandable. I literally cannot think about Elden Ring without also thinking of you. That's something I ought to get back into. I mean, if only, first of all, to beat Consort Radon. Okay, right. We need to do something else to open this. But I blame into Tears of the Kingdom and my general thirst for adventure that I've been feeling recently for that. Though right now, quite a bit of my adventure itch is getting scratched by Kingdoms of the Dump. Which reminds me, Phil, if I have not recommended that game to you, I am recommending that game to you. Honestly, everybody else, that game is a goddamn delight. Shadow says, Step Into Christmas is 1974. I wasn't talking about Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. Clearing up any confusion. Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense. That makes a bit more sense. Her song has just taken such prevalence. It's just like, yes, all Christmas music is now this curse. 1994 was All I Want for Christmas from you. Yeah, that makes more sense. I knew it came from somewhere in the 90s. And then it just never left. That song is 31 years old. Drinking has ruined my life. I'm 31 years old. Excellent. Now we got that good infinite ninja breath. I'm pretty sure that's all we needed from here. I'm also pretty sure that's what the music is trying to tell me. Phil says it was important to hear a review on what makes the game sound so good from someone outside of the Souls community. I could hear Elden Ring is good because Dark Souls is good 100 times, and it does nothing for me. That's totally understandable. Totally understandable. But, you know, somebody who's lost in the sauce might find it a little tougher to relate why it's so great to somebody who's new to the sauce. They just showed up to the buffet, you know? Phil says, speaking of Tears of the Kingdom, I'm actually really close to beating it. What's it been? 3 years later? Basically. I'm like, I think I'm going to say I'm about a third of the way in. I've opened up all the sky and the overworld map. Still working on the underworld. Haven't done any of the dungeons yet, but I'm closest to starting the fire one, which is not the one I did the last time I played, so that's still pretty fun. Still having such a great time with that game. I'm glad you're finally beating it. And you know what? Ah! Once you've beaten it, I'll be interested to see how you compare that to Breath of the Wild fully, now that you'll have both games under your belt. Alex says, I can't wait for tomorrow to start so I can really experience the good holidays. Oh, what's the good holidays? Oh, shit! Ah! I suppose you must mean just the general holiday biz blitz. Listen, Mr. Merman. I rather need in that water. Get dead. Get dead. Phil says, I got all the shrines, all the light roots, all the wells, all the side quests. Oh, hot damn. Just trying to get the last few caves and frogs. Then I can go fight Gaiden. That is very, very thorough of you. I assume then you found all of the Koroks then? Kudos to you if you have. What I think is the funniest and possibly the most interesting thing about my current play of Tears of the Kingdom is I'm kind of itching to play Breath of the Wild again. And I can't really understand why that would be. But that's why I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom again. You know, going for my second lap. Because I've beaten Breath of the Wild like 5 times. But this run of Tears of the Kingdom is only my second. I need to know how it stacks up. Shadow says, I have to save up money again after buying Prime 4. I might need to look into a larger SD card for my Switch. Oh, that's just mandatory. Just mandatory. Being on a Nintendo system will save you from a number of large file chompy things, but certainly not all of them. I'm rocking a terabyte in my Switch 1 myself. Alex says, I like the early days of Christmas, making some juicy pig-oriented foods like sarmal in honor of my country's day. It did something rather than sit there and be used by others like a cheap slut. Goddamn. Well, I'm all for making a new delicious pig dish. Some ham. Of course, now since we're getting close to lunch, I just want to eat a big fistful of bacon. Phil says, I won't have to beat it to say Breath of the Wild had a much better impression on me. You know how sore I am about using the same overworld. Tears of the Kingdom is well crafted, ambitious, $90 expansion pack. It's difficult to agree with. As good a time as difficult to disagree with, rather. Because as good a time as I am having with Tears of the Kingdom, it's basically, yeah, a fully priced expansion pack. Not unlike Doom and Doom 2. Except even Doom 2 used all new levels. It had more decency. Find all the Koroks? Ha! I'm not that autistic. I totally get it. Koroks are a hard pass. I found enough of them to buy every inventory slot, but never enough for the golden turd. Well then, you're good. You are just fine and you don't need any more. There. I was going to say, how the fuck do we get out of this stupid hole in a contra blah 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 Septimus? Shadow asks, do I look for any SD card or specific SD card for Nintendo Switch? Want to know before I ever spend on an incorrect card. Well, you don't need the Nintendo branded one. Those tend to cost more because, you know, the Nintendo markings. I tend to go with SanDisk. Hold on, I've got one in arm's reach here. It's an older one, but little SanDisk 400 gig. Yeah, that's never crisp. But yeah, stick with like SanDisk, and I find you'll get a fairly good price, and they'll be compatible for Switch 1 anyway. If you were talking Switch 2, that would be another thing. Switch 2 does require microSD HC or something. It's some other new abbreviation. I'm not on the full up and up there yet. D-Dog, hey, what's up, Verducci, man? What's going on? Welcome, good to have you. Carnivorous says, I think I'm in that very small group that thinks Elden Ring was just too big. I found it overwhelming with lore and too confusing. The castles were way too maze-like and made me not want to do them. Okay. Bit overwhelming. I guess I could see that. I mean, that's just the kind of game I thirst for, so of course it's going to resonate with me. Cool, Switch 1. Okay, yeah, if you Switch 1, then you're golden. You are just golden. You only need to pay attention to types for Switch 2. Verducci Man says, I still need one for my Switch and Super Station 1. What is a Super Station 1? Is that some kind of PC thing you've built? Alex says, I agree, kinda. For me, Elden Ring feels okay, but I still think I haven't seen everything it had to offer. Oh, I know I haven't. I've been through the game like a couple times now, and I know I haven't seen all that it has to offer. I've only been through the DLC once, and only then, like, I got to the end boss, and then I got distracted by other things. It's literally just that boss waiting for me for my first clear of the DLC. And then I can go back for more solid, delicious adventures. Phil says, just stick with SanDisk or Samsung. Yeah, Samsung makes good cards too. Amazon has quite a lot of scam cards on it from questionable brands. That's true. Yeah, like, what was that one of my friends used and it didn't work? PNY or something? It was another one of those, like, too good to be true. Like, oh, yeah, it's like, it's a terabyte and it's $20. Like, yeah, there's probably a reason for that, bud. I don't think it's gonna work. And then it didn't. Reducci says, I'm currently on Facebook Marketplace for a used Switch. One, I think my nephew suffered enough being 3 years ago he destroyed his by not taking it out of his pocket during laundry day. Oh! Wow! A Switch 1 lost to laundry. Wow! That's pain, man! It cannot be opened yet. The fuck do you mean it cannot be opened yet? I climbed up here. It says it's the FPGA that's coming out by Taki Udon. It's shaped like a PS1 Slim. Okay, so is it like, just an open source, console that plays anything? Or is it intended predominantly to be like a PlayStation 1 Mini, but better? Because that could be cool. Phil says, if you see a deal that sounds too good to be true, that's probably the case. These 1 terabytes on sale for like $10. Yeah, exactly. One of my friends got taken by one of those, and they weren't too thrilled. I don't blame them. But on another hand, I'm like, what were you expecting? What were you expecting? Is the way out not down here? I could swear it is, and I've just, like, swam by it, like, 9 times. Yeah, dude, I was pissed even though I didn't buy his first one. I'd be pissed, too. I'd be pissed for him. Actually, I'd be more amazed, like... Yeah, exactly like Alex asked. How big are them pockets, man? Damn. I don't know of a single pocket that I have that could accommodate a whole Switch. That's next level. It's in my bag all the time, though. I remember I threw out an old backpack and I lost an old thumb drive that was a transformer. I'm still pissed about that. R.I.P. my ravaged thumb drive. Carnivore says, I put almost 300 hours into Elden Ring. I stopped playing when I got into another giant boss on a horse that I could hardly do anything to, and I was like, I'm done. And then I never went back. I'm impressed it took you 300 hours to establish that. Some horseback enemies are a pain in the ass. Torrent's a great jumper, but not known for taking punishment. Reducci Man says, oh, up to PS1 and N64 and Saturn. No, I believe it's open source, but I believe they have recommended cores for its use. Okay, so it's like a lower-end version of, well, not the Poly Mega, because that still requires cartridges, but you can use it in that way. Maybe the Mister is a closer analog? They were really huge cargo short pockets or something. Okay, like pockets that would match, like, what was that? God, what was that brand of pants back in the day? I want to say Jingos? That were just enormous. They made bell bottoms look like sensible almost. Oh God, I'll never forget them. Reducci says he might have been trying to get away with it if he didn't try to turn it on and he dried it out for a few more days. That's the thing about electronics. If you don't panic, most of the time you can save them. Unless you get that awful black smoke in a fire. That's not something you can often recover back from. Jinkos! There you go! Carnivorous got it! That's what those things are. Reducci says, yeah, it's closer to the Mister, and it comes with a dock that plays all CD games, but it's having trouble with certain PS1 CD games. That sounds like something I'd want to have, frankly. Because I do love me my using original cartridges. That's why I'm interested in stuff like the Poly Mega and the, well, Mister not so much, because, you know, that's just straight up emulation. I've got a Steam Deck for that. and that handles most everything up to GameCube and original Xbox. Mostly okay. Mostly okay. But I'd like to get something like a Retron 5 or a Polymega or something that allows me, like, that conventional use, but lets me use my original discs or my original cartridges. Of course, the other way around, I also absolutely love EverDrives. Having all your games on a single cart so you can play it on God's own original hardware? Yes, sir. Like I've got, well, it's in my Famicom right now, but there you go. A Famicom EverDrive? For a person who's got an NES library as big as mine, that's a godsend. I still want to rock that Famicom, but that's a lot of carts. Phil says, I saw on the Steam Deck subreddit someone managed to drop their deck in the toilet. Oh my god. Bonnie, where's your cummerbund? It fell in the toilet. It survived by removing the battery and giving it time to dry, but it will forever be known as the poop deck. That's too good. That is too good. Fuck. I mean, like, what else could you call it? No amount of scrubbing would ever make that thing feel clean again. Ever. Alex says, so I could have saved my bike battery if I calmed down and rescued it from a burning room, but leaving in a formerly fission not throw 12 gallons of water to the point a firefighter would wet himself. Batteries are not something you want to fuck with when it comes to water. You want to get them out of the water as soon as possible. Oh, shit. I just realized where I am. Doku.
The failed protector of the Dark Dragon.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Must I take your life here to gain?
Yeah, see? We've already killed Ryu once, and everybody knows it. Of course. Oh, no, you don't. I can't believe I dodged that. Phil says, finally, more plot. It's been a while. Did you miss Rachel? And her deep lore. How dare you heal yourself, you motherfucker? Who do you think you are, the Dark Lord? Fuck, 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 fuck. Alex says, why are women shown like damsels in distress even though they are well capable with weapons and ballistics too? Well, it's because he is just that damn powerful. There was a cutscene in the previous session we saw where she put like everything she had into a Warhammer swing and it just went boop. He's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, goddamn. Shit, 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 shit. Ooh. Fuck! Fuck! Verducci asks, how's school going, Dan? I don't know what kind of program you're in, but it's always a safe bet to make networking friends. Oh, school's going great. I am in a trades program. I am training to become a welder, and boy do I know, it well behooves me to make network contacts. I actually have homework to do after the stream. And a test to prepare for. But that is that student life. Alex says, Eli would have snuck up on him, to be honest. True enough. Shit! Verducci says, I believe that can be even more important than grades sometimes. You're absolutely correct. Because it doesn't matter what field it is. So often, it's who you know more than what you know. Alex says, grades feel way more serious than they need to be. I tend to agree. Like, they provide an adequate metric and incentive to do better and a goal. But, oh, shit! But yeah. Everything works out in the end. Just try your best. And don't think about that number. Yes! I didn't think we were going to get that first try.
It is in the hands of the Holy Vigor Emperor, your true master. You see, young Ryu, you are not so different from us. Those of the dragon lineage like yourself draw their blood from the same ancient deities as the fiends. You, most of all, should know that your true place is at the Emperor's side. My hatred will not be so easily defeated.
That is such a good line.
The awakening.
Verducci says, nice, man. That's awesome. My half-brother was a welder. It's a good trade. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun in my day-to-day.
Woman, your sister must be quite precious to you.
That's not the last we see of Doku. We have another fight with him, much like Alma, and just like that Alma fight that I'm dreading, it's much, much, much worse. Alex says, wait, you're not doing only practical? Oh, Lord, no. There's so much theory and math and stuff that goes into this profession. It's kind of shocking at first, but, you know, you need to know front to back how to use the tool before you put your hands on it. That includes all your safety certifications, learning the ins and outs, doing, you know, your course certifications. You got to do all that before you can put your hands on a torch. Alex says, when I was welding, teacher only showed us how and left us to it. Well, when we get to the shop, that's kind of how it is. Like, we'll get our assignment, and we'll be like, okay, here's 2 plates and a backer. Here's what you're going to do. Fix it to a jig, and just go. And that's what it is. But beforehand, we have a lot of theory to cover, and a lot of, like, math to go over. So we can figure out things like surface area, measurements of your basic blueprints. Right now, we're in the middle of blueprint reading and learning and stuff. And one second. So there we go, my blueprint reading textbook. All sorts of stuff to be doing at home. Verducci says, right when you said, don't think about that number, you defeated him. I believe God's timing. I think you're right. And landed as a greater ninja, too. I was totally expecting him to just roll me a few times. A couple bosses did already, actually. And this level has the second Alma. Rachel follows Lord Doku, who now takes the form of a vengeful spirit. as she enters the torn fabric of space and time. What horrors await her? Perfect opportunity to save, because damn, I'm hungry. I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, burger, 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 burger. Carnivorous says, reading blueprints and schematics is fun. I agree. I've always loved doing that, especially as a giant nerd with, like, Star Wars tech manuals and stuff. But it's different to see it come to life with, like, actual, like, real-life stuff and, like, be the one machining and building it. So good. Alex says, I don't know if I asked this yet, but what type of person are you? Handheld mask or a head mask? Head mask, for sure. Because I need both of my hands free to, you know, slag hammer, get my, get the electrode going, or to just keep the electrode steady as I work. Or the, you know, the MIG welder, depending on what I'm using at the time, but I gotta have both my hands. So, you know, I turn my lens down and then that's it. Get to work. The doctor is busy. Carnivorous says, I have a library of aviation manuals. That would be a blueprint gold mine is what that would be. That's so cool. All right, I think that is a perfect place to save and start a break. She clearly needs a jiggle break. Because damn, I am hungry. So I am just going to get some food into my face real quick. I will be back as swiftly as I can. And after which we will be playing. Let's do one last quick check of the poll. Yes, refresh. Refresh faster. There you go. It's gonna be The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Awesome. That is so cool. All right, so yeah, after the break, we're gonna be playing Majora's Mask. So stay tuned for some more sword-based fun, I guess. Verducci Man says, I could definitely see you having your own business someday, making and doing vile projects for people. I would love to get into like prop building. Like, once I get all of my skills under being able to like blueprint and machine parts, I'd love to just build myself a proton pack instead of buying one from HasLab. God damn, that would be so fun. Alex says, my grandpa was just fully in with handheld like head masks and and head masks were the Antichrist. Oh my god! Well, you know what? Sometimes you get into your habits and every other way seems alien. Like last time I was in the shop, I had to use a different kind of electro holder, and first I was like, what is this? What is this? And after like 2 welds, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I love this thing. Just gotta try it. Wild, not vile. Well, you know what? I'd be down for wild projects and vile projects. My hands would find plenty of use no matter what. Or vile, like Carnivorous says. Exactly, exactly. All right, folks, I'm just going to take a quick food break. We will be back afterwards with more swordplay in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, where we are going to be picking up, I think we are in the Doku Swamp. And yeah, I think we've even got all that first stuff out of the way, so we don't need to do like the getting the moon tier or the other thing for the Deku Scribe's business thing. And yeah, it'll just be a fun start. So, stay tuned, everybody. We'll be adventuring shortly.